Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to lesson number 8 in Islamic Inheritance. We are currently discussing the الفروض or Ashab al-Furud, the heirs with fixed shares. And inshallah in today's lesson, we will be going over the Bintul Ibn. Bintul Ibn meaning the son's daughter. The son's daughter. In English you can say the granddaughter. Obviously keeping in mind that the English word granddaughter has other connotations also. So in a granddaughter, maybe the Bintul Bint also. Over here, we are specifically talking about the son's daughter, Bintul Ibn. The Bintul Ibn has a total of 5 conditions. You can see over here, 5 conditions. And inshallah, before we carry on, it is imperative that the listeners, the students, learn these conditions off by heart. So please do take some time out to learn the conditions off by heart. Condition number 1 states that the Bintul Ibn will receive half of the inheritance when alone and the Ibn, Bint, Ibnul Ibn are not present. So when we see Bintul Ibn in the question, there are 3 other relatives we need to look out for. Number 1 is the Ibn. Number 2 is the Bint. And number 3 is the Ibnul Ibn. So if none of these 3 are present and the Bintul Ibn is alone, then she will receive half of the inheritance. Condition number 2 is very similar. The only difference is over here we said alone, over here we are saying 2 or more. So condition number 2, the Bintul Ibn will receive 2/3 of the inheritance when 2 or more and the Ibn, Bint, Ibnul Ibn are not present. So again, the 1, 2, 3 relatives we are looking out for, again not present. In condition number 3, the Bintul Ibn receives 1/6 of the inheritance. This is when 1 Bint is present. So again, the 3 relatives you are looking out for, number 1 Ibn, number 2 Bint, and number 3 Ibnul Ibn. In question number 3, in situation number 3, in condition number 3, the Bint is present, but only 1 Bint. 1 Bint is present, and the Ibn, Ibnul Ibn are not present. So again, the other 2 relatives that we were looking out for, the Ibn and the Ibnul Ibn, are still not present. The only one being present here is the Bint, and that also only 1 of them. Condition number 4, half of Ibnul Ibn's share when the Ibnul Ibn is present and the Ibn is not present. So if you have the Ibnul Ibn, then the Ibnul Ibn and Bintul Ibn together will become Asaba, and the Bintul Ibn will receive half of what the Ibnul Ibn receives. Inshallah, obviously we'll go over examples for each of these. And condition number 5 is when the Ibn is present or 2 or more Bints in the absence of Ibnul Ibn. 2 or more Bints in the absence of Ibnul Ibn. So let's start with our examples, inshallah. Condition number 1. When alone and the Ibn, Bint, Ibnul Ibn are not present, the Bintul Ibn will receive half of the inheritance. So in this question, first of all, let's do the الفروض that we've gone over so far. So we know that the Zawj will get a quarter, the Akhli Ummin will be Mahjub, and the Ab, because of Bintul Ibn, will receive 1/6 plus Asaba. The answers to these you should know already. Now, the Bintul Ibn. Is the Ibn anywhere to be seen? No. Is the Bint anywhere to be seen? No. Is the Ibnul Ibn anywhere to be seen? No. Therefore, over here, we will write that the Bintul Ibn receives half of the inheritance. Moving on, inshallah, to another example for condition number 1. Again, the condition reads, when alone and the Ibn, Bint, Ibnul Ibn are not present, the Bintul Ibn will receive half of the inheritance. This is something, these conditions, we need to know this off by heart. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, so over here, Zawja will receive 1/8. Jad will receive 1/6 plus Asaba. Over here, what will the Bintul Ibn get? Okay, so is the Ibn anywhere? No. Is the Bint anywhere? No. Is the Ibn Ibn anywhere? No. Therefore, she will receive half of the inheritance. Condition number 2, we said, was very similar to condition number 1, the only difference being when 2 or more. When the Bintul Ibns are 2 or more. And again, the Ibn, Bint and Ibn al-Ibn are not present. This time, because they are 2 or more, they will receive 2/3 of the inheritance. So, over here in the example, first of all, we know that Zawja will get 1/8. We can see that there are 2 Bintul Ibn, Bintul Ibn. Is the Ibn anywhere to be seen? No. Bint anywhere to be seen? No. Ibn al-Ibn anywhere to be seen? No. Therefore, we'll draw a line underneath both Bintul Ibns and we will write 2/3 over here. Another example for condition number 2, when 2 or more and the Ibn, Bint, Ibn al-Ibn are not present, they will receive 2/3 of the inheritance. So first of all, let's do the ones that we do know. We know that Zawj will receive a quarter. Over here, Ab will be 1/6 plus Asaba. Now, again, let's read the condition out. When 2 or more. Are there 2 or more? Yes, there's 2 over here. And the Ibn, Bint, Ibn al-Ibn are not present. Can we see the Ibn anywhere? No. Can we see the Bint anywhere? No. Can we see the Ibn al-Ibn anywhere? No. Therefore, they will receive collectively 2/3 of the inheritance. Moving on to condition number 3. Condition number 3, when 1 bint is present, and the Ibn al-Ibn are not present, should receive 1/6 of the inheritance. So let's look at the question, inshallah. Over here, first of all, Zawja will get 1/8, Ab will get 1/6 plus Asaba. We know this. Now, over here, we've done Bint in the last lesson already. And we know that the Bint in this situation will receive 1/2. And from the 3 relatives you were looking out for, Ibn, Bint, and Ibn al-Ibn, the Ibn is still not present. The Ibn al-Ibn is not present, but we can see that 1 bint is present. So when 1 bint is present, she will receive, the Bintul Ibn will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. If there were more than 1 Bintul Ibns here, all of them together collectively would receive 1/6 of the inheritance. Another example for condition number 3, the condition reading, when 1 bint is present and the Ibn al-Ibn are not present, the Bintul Ibn will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. So over here, let's do this again. So Zawj will receive 1/4, Ab will receive 1/6 plus Asaba. Over here, we know that the Bint will receive half of the inheritance. And because 1 Bint is present, so we can see 1 Bint is present. Therefore, the 2 Bintul Ibns together will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. 1/6 of the inheritance. All right, condition number 4 is when the Ibn al-Ibn is present. So we said that there are 3 relatives you need to look out for: Bint, Ibn, Bint, and Ibn al-Ibn. When none of them are present, We went over that in condition number 1 and condition number 2. In condition number 3, we said that one bint is present. And condition number 4, in condition number 4, we will be discussing what happens if the Ibn al-Ibn is present. So when the Ibn al-Ibn is present and the Ibn is not present, so the Ibn still has to be not present, half of the Ibn al-Ibn's share. So let's take a look at this example here. We can see Zawja, again she'll get 1/8. Akhli will be mahjub, Jad will be mahjub, Ab will get 1/6 plus, actually sorry, only 1/6 because the Ibn al-Ibn, so Ab will get 1/6. And over here we can see that the Bintul Ibn is present. Bintul. So what does the Bintul Ibn get? We will say when the Ibnul Ibn is present. Is the Ibnul Ibn present? Yes. So if the Ibnul Ibn is present, if the Ibnul Ibn is present, we draw a line and we write Ayn for Asaba, meaning these two together will become Asaba. And later on in the series, when we do learn how to divide the actual wealth, then the Bintul Ibn will receive half of what the Ibnul Ibn receives. Another example for condition number 4. Again, let's read the condition out loud. When the Ibnul Ibn is present and the Ibn is not present, half of the Ibnul Ibn's share. So I've made this example slightly different in that we said there are 3 relatives we're looking for: Ibn, Bint, and Ibnul Ibn. In condition number 3, C3, we said that when one bint is present. Okay, so rather than including one bint, I've actually included 2 bints here just to make it clear. So over here we had 2 bints. Just to make it clear that condition number 4 will take precedence. So when the Ibnul Ibn is present, we know that the Ibnul Ibn, Bintul Ibn together draw a line. This becomes Asaba, and the 1 bint or 2 bints will not have an effect on this. Will not have an effect. So whether it's 1 bint, 2 bints, 3 bints, whatever it is, they will not have an effect on this over here. This will still remain Asaba. And we know from before that the 2 bints over here will receive 2/3, Zawja 1/8, Akhli mahjub, Jad mahjub, and Ab 1/6. So if there was, let's say, if there's slightly tweak this example, if there was only 1 bint, then we wouldn't say in condition number 3, if 1 bint is present, then the Bintul Ibn receives 1/6. No, that is overridden by condition number 4, the fact that we have an Ibn al-Ibn here. Therefore, we ignore condition number 3 and we put a line under that and we give them Asaba. So it's condition number 4. Condition number 5, when the Ibn is present. So there are 2 situations in which the Bintul Ibn is mahjub, receives nothing. One is when the Ibn is present, which is very straightforward. And the second part of the condition is or 2 or more bints in the absence of Ibn al-Ibn, which we'll go over inshallah. So over here we have Zawja, Ibn, Bintul Ibn, and Jad. Let's give the ones that we do know so far. So Zawja will get 1/8, Jad will get 1/6, and Ibn we haven't gone over as yet. Bintul Ibn, we will say because the Ibn is present, close your eyes and say Bintul Ibn is mahjub. So Ibn is present, Bintul Ibn is mahjub. Very straightforward. Over here we have another example for condition number 5. When the Ibn is present or 2 or more bints in the absence of Ibn al-Ibn. So again over here we can see that the Ibn is present. Therefore, the Bintul Ibn will be mahjub. The Ibn is present, therefore the Bintul Ibn will be mahjub. Over here we can also see that the Ibn al-Ibn is present here. But condition number 5 will override condition number 4 over here. The Ibn is present, therefore the Bintul Ibn is mahjub. We won't say in condition number 4, we learned that if there's an Ibn present, they must get Asaba together. No, we ignore that. Now that we can see that Ibn is here, we draw a line and the Bintul Ibn, Ibn and make them mahjub. The Zawja will receive 1/8. Bint Ibn together will become Asaba. And Jad will receive 1/6. Okay, now it may be easier to understand this if we say that in any given question, it is impossible to have two ains, two asabas. Okay, two ains. Over here, how many ains do we have? One, only one ain. In any given question, it is impossible to have two ains. And when we see two ains, don't get confused. Over here, we have Bint Ibn. There may be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individuals who share one ain, but ultimately there's only one ain, there's only one asaba. Okay, so over here, if we were to say in condition number 4, we read that Bintul Ibn and Ibnul Ibn, when they come together, they get asaba. This then would become two ains. So using our common sense, which one would we give preference to? The direct son and direct daughter, or the indirect son and indirect daughter, in the fact that they are grandsons and granddaughters? Obviously, we'll give preference to this ayn here and ignore this ayn, making them mahjub. If you understand it like that, some people may find it easier to understand. Condition number 5 had 2 parts to it, so I'm going to give some examples for the second part as well. When the Ibn is present, now we've done that in the previous examples, or 2 or more bints in the absence of Ibnul Ibn, then the Bintul Ibn is mahjub. So over here, Zawja, okay, so first of all, Zawja will get 1/8, we know that. The Jad will receive 1/6 plus Asaba. We know that the 2 bints will receive 2/3. Okay, so now, how many bints are there? There's 2 bints. So we said 2 or more bints in the absence of Ibnul Ibn. So is the Ibnul Ibn absent here? Yes. Therefore, the Bintul Ibn over here will be mahjub. The Bintul Ibn will be mahjub. If the Ibnul Ibn was present in this situation, if the Ibnul Ibn was present in this situation, then the absence of Ibnul Ibn, this part of the condition here, this clause would have not been fulfilled, and we would have given, we would have said that this falls under condition number 4, we would have given them asaba together. But obviously in the example that we're working with, I'm trying to erase this out inshallah. In the example that we're working with, that's not the case. And so the Bintul Ibn will be mahjub. Some people may find it easier to think of it like this. All the female offspring, can have between them a maximum of 2/3. A maximum of 2/3. And so we said that if there was one bint present, this one bint would have got a half. This one bint would have got a half. And so the Bintul Ibn, also being from the female offspring, would have got the remainder of the 2/3, which is 1/6. But now that we have 2 bints here, these 2 bints together have taken the 2/3, leaving nothing behind for the Bintul Ibn. If that helps you understand it, all is good. If that complicates the matter even more, then ignore it for now, inshallah. Perhaps you'll understand it later. For now, let's clear this off. For now, what do we need to know? Let's learn the condition off by heart and apply it. 2 or more bints in the absence of Ibnul Ibn. So the Bintul Ibn will be mahjub. And these 2 here will get 2/3, and the Zawja will get 1/8. Another example for the second part of condition number 5. We have here Zawja, Bint, Bintul Ibn, and Bintul Ibn again, and Jadda. So Jadda we haven't done. We've done Zawja, we know that she gets 1/8. We've done Bint, we know that they get 2/3. Over here, Bintul Ibn. We can see 2 or more bints in the absence of Ibn al-Ibn. The Bintul Ibns will be mahjub. Bintul Ibns will be mahjub. Right, there was a lot of information in this lesson to digest. Do have another listen through, inshallah, if things are still a bit unclear. And inshallah, once you do the questions, the best way to clear up confusion is to go through the questions, inshallah. And the more practice we get, the clearer the topic will become, inshallah. So let's go through the questions as usual, inshallah. Bismillah. So in this question, number 1, the zawj will receive a quota, bint ibn together will be asaba, akhli ummin will be mahjub. In this situation, because the ibn is present, therefore the bintul ibn will be mahjub. This falls under condition number 5. In this question, the zawj will receive a quota. Jad will receive 1/6 plus asaba. Bint will receive 2/3. Bintul ibn will be mahjub. Again, condition number 5, 2 or more bints in the absence of a grandson. In this question, zawja will receive 1/8. Ab will receive 1/6 plus asaba. Akhli ummin will be mahjub. Bint will receive a half. And bintul ibn 1/6, according to condition number 3, when 1 bint is present and obviously the ibn and ibn al-ibn are absent. In this question, the zawj will receive a quota. The we haven't covered as yet. The bintul ibn and ibn al-ibn together will become asaba. According to condition number 4, when the ibn al-ibn is present, the bintul ibn will receive half of the ibn al-ibn's share. In this question, we can see that the zawja will get 1/8. The akhli ummin will be mahjub. We haven't covered. Bint will get 1/2. Bintul ibn will get 1/6. According to condition number 3, when there's 1 bint that is present. And obviously the ibn and ibn al-ibn are not present. Over here, zawja will get 1/8. We haven't covered. Bintul ibn together will receive 2/3 according to condition number 2, when 2 or more and the ibn, bint and ibn al-ibn are not present. In this situation, the zawja will receive 1/8. Ukht li ummin will be mahjub. Jad will receive 1/6 plus asaba. And the bintul ibn will receive half. According to condition number 1, when alone and the ibn, bint and ibn al-ibn are not present. In this question, the zawja will receive 1/8. The 3 ibns together we haven't covered as yet, but they will receive asaba. Some people may be able to appreciate that, understand that. And the jad, because of the ibn, will receive 1/6. The bintul ibn and ibn al-ibn, although we haven't technically covered the ibn al-ibn, so even if you try mahrum here, the answer would be correct for now. Although for your information, the ibn al-ibn is also mahjub. But nonetheless, if you don't write this part and if you don't write this part, the answer is still correct so far. So Bintul Ibn, because the Ibn is present, the Bintul Ibn will be mahjub. The Zawj will receive a quota. Over here we have the Bintul Ibn, Bintul Ibn, Bintul Ibn. So 3 Bintul Ibns. So whatever they get, they're going to get it together. The Bint will receive a half. And according to condition number 3, when 1 Bint is present, the Bintul Ibns shall receive 1/6 of the inheritance. Over here, Zawja, Zawja, 1/8. You have Bintul Ibn, Bintul Ibn, and Ibnul Ibn. Together will receive Asaba. According to condition number 4, when the Ibnul Ibn is present, the Jad will receive 1/6. And the Jadda we haven't covered. In this situation, in this question rather, the Zawj will receive 1 quote. Now over here we have the Bintul Ibn and we have the Ibnul Bint. The Ibnul Bint needs to be disregarded. This doesn't fall under the Al-Furud. The Ibnul Bint does not fall under the Al-Furud. The Jad will be Mahjub. Jadda we haven't done yet. We haven't done yet. Ab, because of Bintul Ibn, will receive 1/6 plus Asaba. And the Bintul Ibn, according to condition number 1, will receive half of the inheritance. Over here we have Bintul Ibn, Bintul Ibn, Bintul Ibn. According to condition number 1, according to condition number 2 rather, they'll receive 2/3 of the inheritance. Now you may be thinking ahead, and you may be thinking, oh well, if there's 2/3 of the inheritance and there's only 3 people here, what is left is 1/3. What is to be done with this? Inshallah, we'll discuss this later. Inshallah, all you need to know for now is we give them 2/3, and then what we do with the remainder, if there's extra shares, less shares, inshallah, we'll discuss that later on in the series. Right, as always, hopefully you've benefited from the lesson, and in order to consolidate your learning, please find a link in the description box below and take a go at our after lesson questions. Jazakumullah